this computer. Share it. You cannot minimize Zoom when you're recording. Okay. I'm going to create a new project. This is going to be class example 4, right?
4 or 5?
It might be 5. That's why I asked. Okay, so C21 underscore ex5. And I'm going to change out to drive age. Yeah, I know. I haven't turned it on yet or plugged it in. It's Friday. I'm slacking. All right.
Aren't we all?
Not too bad. Do what?
My 8 a.m. got canceled, so that's good stuff.
What class was that? No, why'd they get canceled?
That's a-
Oh, yeah. I get to do that all afternoon.
like a 4-hour meeting.
Supposed to be, mine's supposed to be from 1 to 3:30. Mine's gonna be on the headphones, on Zoom, on the phone, and I'm gonna play like I'm a student. Turn the camera off, mute it, sleep good. What it is the meetings we're attending or going through, it's called the CEP. It's the course equivalency plan. And what we have is statewide, we have a matrix. So if you take this class, it transfers as this class to this school. And we've done this for years. And some places play by the rules, some don't. But for the most part, 85 to 90% of the universities do the transfer matrix. So we do it for you guys when you transfer on from here. But it's like anything you get with some of these universities or the regents, and they want to do totally different than what we really need to be working on. This thing's worked for years perfectly, and now they're wanting to change the rules on it. We're like, why reinvent it? So my meeting will either go 5 hours or 30 minutes. I'm voting on 30 minutes.
Okay.
No need to redo everything if it works, right? So we need to come up with a programming example today, right? Any ideas, calculations, maybe accumulators? Do one more run through before we have an assignment next week, right? Do what? Got to. I thought of 2, but no, we're not doing that one yet. I was thinking like car dealerships. I gotta take my car in for service work, so.
I really want to know, like in the lab assignment, the way that it was formatted, it looked like you could enter in multiple people's names and it would compound that into a single form.
Can I tell you, we'll do that, but we will do it at a later date, because here's the reason. Right now, if there were 10 people you were typing in, you had to have 10 different spots to store a name, 10 different spots to store, we're not there yet. We will get to that later on in the semester. They refer to them as lists. There's either one called an array list, which is a new, more modern way of doing it. That's what Matt was trying to explain with you. Or there's another one called static arrays that we can do. It's an older version of it, but those are towards the end of the semester. Okay. I just forgot to say, hey, just do it one line at a time right now. Normally those are set up like that for when you have a complete data set that you're trying to process the whole data set at one time, not one line at a time. Okay. Okay. I thought about one thing because I had to stop at the store this morning. I saw the lottery tickets. You seen the prices on lottery right now? Both of them are like 400 million. So, but I want to wait on that one because I want to be able to get into looping so we can do compounding interest and stuff like that. So if we win the lottery, we never have to spend the money, but we still make money. You know, one of those deals. But so I thought about, I've got to put my car in the shop today. So let's say we're doing the billing in a dealership or a car service place, right? So let's say, what all would we need? The person, the name of the person, the car or the vehicle, the work to be done, right? And let's say they tell you how many hours it takes to do that work and the rate per hour for that work. So like changing the oil, it might be $60 an hour, but it might only take 20 minutes. So, you know, you can do the fraction. And what we'll do is we'll keep a running total on, we'll calculate the cost for each line item, and then we'll come down here and we'll do something like this for total cost that we owe when we're done. Does that sound all right? We're doing the calculation. We're accumulating an answer. We're printing out each pass through the loop. So it just should reinforce the exact stuff we've been doing up till this point. So it should be quite a bit easier to do, right? Yes? All right, Skylar, come type it in for us. You can come up. We're going to tell you what to type. It's not like you're doing it all by yourself. I hope you're not listening to music though. At the same time. Okay. Either that or something's growing outside of your ear. All right. So, more water while he's getting going here. So we got to tell him what we want to do to get this to run. You might introduce because I'm recording. Say hi, I'm Tristan.
Hey, I'm Tristan. What's
You're
up?
not on there. Just the screen. Me.
I was looking at the webcam.
Do what?
I was looking at the webcam.
Yeah.
All right, what am I writing, guys?
First thing we do is we got to define our fields, correct? Yes, no? Okay, so what fields are we gonna have? So I delete that console right line out, then we'll start defining our field. How many string fields are we gonna have? How many fields are we capturing data? Well, we got the person's, the name, the car, the work to be done, hours and the rate, hourly rate, correct? So we got at least 5 fields plus yes, no. So we're gonna have a string data, correct? So string. I don't know why I said that. So we got name or person or car. And then we need something to control the loop, right? YN.
Do we need cost at all?
No, we're gonna calculate the cost, remember?
YN.
Equals quote, end quote, something like that. No, not right there. That's only on the file part. Right here is where we're assigning the value to, it, right? Dot equals is a logical comparison. That's what we're gonna start working on next.
And what do I need after that?
Oh, just the double quotes, end double quotes.
Like that? Oh, not like that. Oh. All right.
All right, so then we got double fields, correct? On my double fields, we're gonna have a double version of the hours, correct? So like DHRS, something like that, does that work? D rate. How about cost?
we know it's gonna be double form, right? It's a result of the calculation. Then we're also gonna accumulate the cost, right? So when we have like cost and then T cost.
Yeah.
For our total cost. And then we can say that one, since it's cumulative, what do we do to it right off the bat?
0.
Zero it out. So T cost equals 0, and then semicolon.
Uh,
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 data fields plus the Y. So we got 10 data fields between those two lines, right? Okay, we're good. So we need to go down the next line. We need to start our while loop. Parentheses, YN. And now Austin, here's where it's a logical operation here. So that's why I use the dot equals. Okay. And then we put parentheses. Another set of parentheses there.
right here.
Yeah.
And then
And quote in quote. We're trying to compare with what we have, right? And then make sure you have two right parentheses. What is that at? I can't see. I shouldn't set my foot in the board.
You're gonna want to delete that semicolon.
Yeah. If
Oh,
you leave
yeah,
the
'cause it's a
semicolon
loop.
in there, what happens?
it does
It dies
nothing.
right there,
Yeah.
just does that one line. Okay, so everything in this while loop is going to be contained inside of what? Vibration. Remember how I do my curly braces, open and close? They push in there and they'll. So once we get in here, we've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields we've got to ask a question and then capture. So to write the question or ask the question is what? Console. Right. Okay. So, then do quotations first, right? Or parentheses, then quotes.
Wait, which one?
Parentheses, then quotations inside there, and in between those quotations, what's going to happen? First question we need to ask is what? Make that line, the semicolon. See how it's underlined, that next line is being permanent. That mouse is right there on
Yeah.
the wireless mouse. Next line, console.read line, except on this case, we need to take parentheses. But we're going to store this in the quotes, this parentheses. So, but at the first of it, we're going to take this answer and store it where? The person. So the first of it is the person equals.
Like if you put person equals on the other side of console dot reply.
Yeah, it won't work
Oh, okay. I was wondering-
because we're assigning the value. The way these things work, that console.readline, the console's the class, readline is a method. And what it does is it goes out in the system and finds this. And what it's doing is it's capturing everything that you're scanning in from the keyboard into the keyboard buffer. That's where it stores it. And when you hit enter, it takes that, what you typed in and saved, and then sends it out here to this. So it's called a return value. So anytime we go with return values on an assignment, whatever, we have to do the value we want to store it in. Then this value is going to come, the value we're going to put in there is coming from the answer of this. Okay? Does that make sense? It's a lot more than you guys have been exposed to yet, but we're going to get where we write our own methods and we're going to be returning values back and forth. I mean, right there on that same question, main is a method also, right? Every program that we write is going to have at least how many main methods? Test case 1. That means it's executable, right? But there's no method above it, so it returns nothing. That's why it has void. That means there's no return value. Get you just where you think you got it all.
Yeah.
Throw a monkey wrench in and try to explain something.
Nope. What car? What kind of car? Oh my. Yep, yeah.
What's wrong with your car?
Hmm?
For the work, should we ask like what's wrong with your car?
Or what work is to be done, however you want to word it. I wouldn't say what's wrong with the car, that might open up. I mean, if there might not be anything wrong, that would change the whole thing.
How many hours?
Yeah, how many hours should it pay? You got
Yeah.
a little harder than it looks. Isn't it?
I mean, I guess. Oh
You
my,
know what?
how many
Everybody's gonna do it at some point in time. So.
hours will it take? Need rate. What would we do for the rate? So. Space.
How much is it right up, but no, yeah, like. If, normally the rate, is fixed for some things. Some service like oil field, they don't charge $120 an hour. They might only charge $60 an hour, but it takes them.
And then, like when it asks what the work is.
Autofill, yeah. But we're not there. That's a famous saying right here. See, after next week, we can program all that in. But right now, we just need that, what's the hours?
All right,
Okay, so we got all 5 fields in, right? So the next thing we have to do is where we convert our hours and rate to double fields. So remember how we did that? We said like D hours equals double dot Rs, right? Do what? In parentheses and then string variable, which was hours, right? Hours.
semicolon.
Yep, yes. Then we need to do the same thing with the rate.
Oh. Is it? Is this cost? Can't. Okay,
Cost, you don't need the parts because cost is gonna be what? Calculation, right?
dude, what about the T cost? Do you do T cost?
We've got to calculate cost and then add cost to T cost, right? So to get the cost right here, what do we say? Hours times rate? Except it's gonna be in the double form.
E hours. Where's that start? T rate. And then semicolon.
Except you better do it first. Cost equals D hours times D rate, correct? We're assigning a value to that variable, correct? But then on the next line, after we terminate that one, we can say T cost what? Plus what? T cost plus equal, what do we add to it? What do we accumulate? The cost. And then we need to print out that line that we could just put, car. How about we just print out work, hours, rate, and cost all on one line. We don't need the person or the car, do we? If we're printing it out. So is it becoming easier, making more sense what we're needing to do? Okay, so if you've been in computers or read anything on it, they use this big, huge term called algorithm. Have you ever heard that term?
Am I using?
Algorithm. It's just the process of solving the problem. Everybody's got to come up with great terms, right? I use stuff a lot. It's a scientific term.
Am I using a comma here?
Just kind of like space out versus our word, our rate, kind of like.
What were the, what do I need to put in here?
I'm sorry.
What do I need to put in here? What are the words?
So the person, spaces, our spaces.
Okay, you put the heading on it? Okay. Except we're not printing person or the car out.
Are we not?
No, we're just going to do work hours, rate, and cost.
Work, cost, work.
Hours.
Do I have to put it the way I put it, or?
No, if you're printing the heading, this is just written words to tell me what each column is.
And what was the last one? Is there one more?
Rate. And space over and then cost.
Yeah, cost.
Sometimes people get confused and they put the variable name in it. Space over a little bit more with cost.
I put cost is my first one.
Huh?
The first one's cost.
Okay. However you want to do it.
Do you want me to flip it?
Your type of thing.
All right.
So when we print it out on the next line, you got to keep it in the same order, correct?
Okay.
What are you doing?
Do I need to?
Close that line.
Semicolon.
No, close that line. Semicolon, then go to the next line. Now you're gonna print your variables out, right? So to put the placeholders in, we use curly brace 0, curly brace 1, and so forth, right? So cost will be what kind of data? Numbers, right? Okay.
Oh, yep, yep.
Just when you think you master it, change it up. quote, and then here you do quotation again. Curly brace. Now, the cost is gonna be what kind of data? So if we want to format it with currency, put a colon and a C.
Is that right here?
0:C.
C. Oh, shit.
Curly brace. Space over. The work is just gonna be a string field, so that's colon one. Curly brace one, curly brace. Hours is gonna be data again, right? Curly brace, 2, colon. You want to put one place to the right of the decimal or 2? Let's do 2.
Yeah.
So that way we can at least get like a quarter of an amount. Right?
What do I put there for after?
2, F2. And then the last
Okay.
one is the same thing with rate. So we gotta-
I see.
You did it right. Oh, you got close.
No.
Isn't it frustrating?
Yeah.
Now,
Still need. Okay. I just need to end it.
I put it flow.
I just need to end it with a quote. Yeah, I'll do that. What's the rate? 3.
what's after that? Is that an IP symbol or something? Colon?
Where?
No, it's just the max.
Do
Where's
it.
that line? Another console dot right line? Parentheses, quotation, first thing, \n, what are we doing?
Spacing it out.
That's forward slash.
Oh. Where's backslash?
I'm
at?
blind, so.
I never use backslash.
They'll just print forward slash. I won't do anything. But in here, we're gonna say you don't quit. That's enough.
I write that out?
Yeah.
Okay. And then just YN?
Close that line, the next line will capture the value of YN, correct?
Do I need a console dot?
No? You will, the first thing you have to do is say YN equal console dot read line, correct?
Oh,
Okay, now, you scroll down, that's everything inside my, go ahead.
We still need to assign those placeholders to a variable.
Where,
these right here, right?
oh yeah, after the quote on that second one, you put a comma. Work. So the D hours, right? Because if we're formatting, it has to be from the double. Now, go down the line.
Down here?
Well, keep scrolling down at the bottom, you see the, we'll come back, okay? You see the curly brace, right?
Yeah.
Scroll down. That one right there is the end of the plow loop. So at the end of that curly brace, put the mouse pointer there.
Right here?
And hit enter. So make it room. Now, once I get through and I'm done, I need to print out what? Total cost, right? Okay, so console.write-line.
Total cost?
Cost, except before we, okay, we can put this all on one line, just put total cost. And then space over a little bit. And then do curly brace, 0:C. The reason we don't put decimal places on that is if we use the C, it's currency, so currency is automatically formatted to what? The nearest hundred. And then after the quotation, we have a comma, and we tell it what? T cost. And semicolon. Look at that. So let's run it, see if it works. Will it work? Do we have errors? See, look there. You got yours down now. Later. I'm gonna read this because I don't know. Let me train you here. Because I'm not sure if it's showing up on the shared screen. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there we go. Run it, see what it's. So we're gonna enter our name, right?
Bob.
Bob. Bob, Carter's Bob. Bob's got to drive a Dodge.
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 Bob's
That's
a
why
Dodge.
it's such a shock.
Could be worse, could be Fiat.
Yeah.
My Jeep is now a Fiat.
What work? What's the problem with the car?
Nah, let's be nice here. Let's just say oil change.
Oil change. Wait, did I spell oil? 30 minutes.
Okay, what's this? How many hours will it take? 0.35. 0.35? Oh, whatever.
I said 0.5.
How much is it per hour? Let's say they do it $60 an hour. That's not including parts and everything. But it's just like the labor part. Okay. So it's gonna end up costing us what?
$30.
30. You wanna quit? No. So rotate the tires for Bob and his Dodge.
How many hours?
Hour to rotate tires.
They were
You're
busy.
slow. You're state employee, aren't you?
How long it takes to be?
Hourly rate, same thing or what?
Sure. We gonna quit? Yeah. We should end up with what? Roughly about 160? No. $90, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what we did worked, right? What do you think? Good job, Tristan. All right, so I'm gonna come back up here, close this out. And I'm back to this one. So what we will do, I'm gonna end this because we're done. I'm gonna upload